Okay, I'm gonna do an overview of some profit and expense and bookkeeping stuff since tax season is here. So hopefully you've already got some of this underway since it's March already. So income, there's going to be gross income, net income. Gross is kind of think of like everything you've brought in to your business, and net is everything you've earned after you take out your expenses. And your expenses is the cost required to do something. So I'll attach a sheet that will kind of give a description of like most common expenses that you can write off for your business. And bookkeeping wise is kind of thinking through how you're organizing all of that, typically in a spreadsheet or maybe QuickBooks, to track what you're bringing in, what's going out, and what's left over. So you can have a bookkeeper, of course, to do all of that for you. Most people in solo private practice are just going to be able to upkeep that themselves, whether it's on QuickBooks or whether it's on a spreadsheet that you made yourself. I've never used these, but I've heard they're good. Stride, QuickBooks, Wave, Xero are all like online platforms that can kind of aid you in doing your bookkeeping. I just keep a pretty simple spreadsheet to kind of track it. A lot of my expenses are repeat expenses, so they're kind of like auto plugged in from month to month and different things like that. If you are going to hire a bookkeeper, I would look into someone local. Liz Amick is really great. There are like larger platforms that are really used to working with mental health practices or wellness practices. One is called Grow the Books. And of course there's several that you can just find by Googling. But biggest thing is stop avoiding the numbers when it comes to kind of your profit and loss, income, expenses. Set a regular time in the calendar. So whether it's monthly, I do mine monthly. Some people like to do theirs more frequent than that. I wouldn't really advise doing it a longer stretch than that, just because we probably all need we all need money on a monthly basis. So when I sit down to look at all of my things for the month, that is when I am, looking at my bank accounts, looking at the receipts for different things that I did throughout the month, putting it in my sheet, seeing how much I made that month, putting away for taxes, putting away for different things that I know I'm saving for in my practice, and then paying myself. You also want to make sure you're like planning for inconsistency. So if you're planning on taking a longer vacation this year, or you're planning on being out of the office for an extended period of time for whatever it might be, then this is kind of a good time to look at like, okay, last year, what did I bring in, during these 3 months? Okay, I brought in X amount dollars. If I'm not working those months, then I'm going to need to try to like save up to cover expenses. And so having like a summary page on your bookkeeping expense sheet can be really helpful, just to do like a quick overview of like, okay, 2024, this is what I brought in every month, and then these were my expenses every month. If you have access to the OneDrive, I believe there should be a sample spreadsheet on there. But what else? Get connected with an accountant. I mean, they're really going to be able to help you. They might even make a spreadsheet for you. And then of course, they're going to be able to file your taxes for you when it comes tax season. And the more organized you are, the less you're going to have to pay someone to do your taxes and to ask all the questions, because you already have it organized and have the answers. And let's see what else. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing that comes up with it is people just don't want to sit down and do their numbers, which I can honestly relate every single month when it comes up on my calendar to do my bookkeeping for all the businesses. I'm like, but today, can I do it tomorrow? I just hate numbers. I hate looking at things. But then once I do it, I'm like, oh, this didn't take long at all. And then I'm done with it. Then I realize this is how much money I made. Then I pay myself and then I move on. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other, I keep all my receipts. I've never been audited. I've never been asked for those, but I do keep receipts. I don't print out every single invoice, just because I can find them digitally if I ever did need them. But if I do a networking event, if I pay for CEUs, if I do certain things like that, then I do keep those receipts, and I just keep them tucked away in a folder in my filing cabinet, and hopefully I will never need them. But it is the best practices to kind of keep and label those receipts and just kind of write on the back of them what business it's for, what month it's for, and then like what that coffee was for, what that event was, just so if you ever did need to show those things proof-wise, you'd be able to kind of pull that up easier. But yeah, last tip I have is use your business card for everything. So then when you're doing your monthly bookkeeping, you can just look at your debit and credit charges and be able to pull from there. I literally just look at February. I look at all the money that's coming into my account and all the money that's going away from my account, and then I plug it into my spreadsheet. And then again, that's able to tell me what my net income was for February. Questions, let me know. Have a good day.